just finished arranging a time with the bakery to come in and make a cake when my hunter's watch beeps twice. A reminder I added earlier appears before my eyes. It's April, which means I need to prepare for Sylus' birthday. I have a cake, but I still need to think about his gift. I'm about to go home when I pass by a new store. Outside its fairy tale themed entrance, several plushies stand. A poster advertises the store's brand new event. Plushie factories open for business. Create your own plushie while supplies last. The first image that pops into my mind, surprisingly, is a plushie that looks like Sylus. And it kinda is leader as a plushie. How cute! His chubby cheeks and big head. The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that this gift is a good idea. Confident, I push open the door. After I fill out the reservation form, I receive a new mission from the association. Energy fluctuations have been detected near the N109 zone. I hop on my motorcycle and head to the marked location. The energy is extremely unstable. After getting off my motorcycle, I scout the area. Suddenly, a flock of birds flutter from the bushes and I turn my head. Sylus? Does he know I'm outside the N109 zone? I enter the phone.
Is there new scenery I haven't seen, sweetie? It must be fascinating since you've been so focused on it.
A motorcycle engine's roar blasts through my phone. I turn toward the sound and see a familiar figure nearby. We are not in the N109 zone yet. There's a speed limit. I have a feeling you're already speeding. Did you scare those birds?
The culprit is someone else. I refuse to take the blame for them.
The motorcycle comes to a stop beside me and Sylus tosses a small box my way.
I know what you're looking for, so I dealt with it. What you want is in there.
It's a square-shaped retro media player. I hold it up and see a protocourse light shining through the cracks.
Flies who like to harass Anakinus are starting to buzz again. Dealing with them is a waste of time.
Sylus leans against his motorcycle and holds out his hand.
I rushed over to watch the sunset with you.
I think you were just passing by. I take Sylus' hand and get on his motorcycle. From a higher vantage point, the sky seems more vast than before. In the distance, the sunset's orange light floats across the horizon. I didn't think you enjoyed watching sunsets.
When I saw someone lingering outside the N109 zone, I thought you wanted to invite me.
If you're that eager. I take this chance to go along with Sylus' suggestion. Will you watch the sunset with me, Mr. Sylus?
I thought you'd say, Hey, Sylus, I heard there's a sunset today and it only happens once every 30 years. There's no way you'll refuse to watch it with me, right?
Do I really sound that threatening? I playfully wrap my arms around Sylus' neck and pretend to strangle him, then I rest my chin on his shoulder. After waiting quietly, I expect to be greeted by a brilliant sunset, but the wind picks up and the weather begins to change. Dark clouds block out the sunlight and damp air permeates. It's about to rain. April weather is unpredictable. I hide the hint of disappointment I feel. A helmet is placed on my head. I reach up to adjust it before flipping the visor.
Keep it on. We don't want you getting caught in the rain and catching a cold.
Sylus fiddles with the music player and a soothing melody drifts into the air.
Rainy days have their charm. It's perfect for listening to some music.
The songs aren't bad. I didn't expect those guys to have decent taste. The sound of rain becomes the perfect companion to the song. I relax and listen with Sylus. Just as I'm looking forward to the next tune, the music player freezes. Crackling static greets my ears.
It probably broke after the protocore was inserted. Do you want to accompany me for a trip? We'll visit a shop in the N109 zone to extract the protocore. You can take it back.
Okay. I jump off Sylus's motorcycle, remove the helmet, and place it on his head. On our own motorcycles, we ride toward the N109 zone as the grey light fades, only pure darkness surrounds us. Sylus's presence makes me think about how to celebrate his birthday again. Luke and Kieran already planned out a month-long birthday celebration. I won't lose to them. I glance at Sylus. Why don't I give him a quiet, peaceful birthday this year? If we do something like ride through the N109 zone on a rainy night with some relaxing music. I stare at the road ahead as buildings rush past us, something still missing. The journey needs to end somewhere romantic. The lights are on, but no one's around. Sylus and I approach the counter. There is a bell on the surface, and the handwritten note next to it says, "Ring here." I ring the bell. Pop! Confetti flutters through the air as two clowns jump out from behind the counter.
Happy birthday, dear boss man!
They are wearing costumes with masks, but I recognize their eyes. Luke and Kieran pull out a cake from under the counter that looks almost identical to their outfits.
Happy birthday to you!
Happy birthday to you!
Happy birthday to you!
Happy birthday to you!
For the first iteration of an April birthday party, we have extra special wishes for a very special...
Enough.
The two of them quiet as Sylus fans out the cake's candles with his hand.
Your performances are limited to 5 minutes from now on. I'll leave after. So where's the store's owner? You didn't throw him to the crows, right?
He's over here.
Kieran opens a nearby cabinet to reveal the owner hiding inside. He's trembling as he looks at us in terror. I toss the newly retrieved protocol in my hand as I walk out of the store with Sylus. The rain has stopped, the neon lights from countless buildings are turned on, and they illuminate the sky in place of the sun. As I look around, the light bulb goes off my head. Why don't I make the N109 zone itself celebrate Sylus' birthday? I can use the night sky as a board to project the words "Happy Birthday!" But I need some help with setting up the equipment. The perfect assistants are right behind me. I discreetly glance back and make a "call me" gesture to Luke and Kieran. They immediately understand and respond with a gesture of acknowledgement. We agreed to meet in a park near my home to discuss the details of the birthday celebration. I have chosen a secluded corner with some exercise equipment. Very few people visit at night. First, I will bring Sylus to a place to pick out records. Then we will try to restore musical instruments. I still need to figure out how to put a music player inside Sylus' helmet though. I recall my current birthday plans while writing notes about the items. A tap on my shoulder drags me out of my thoughts. When I turn, I don't see anyone.
Is this the secret spot you were talking about?
Luke pulls himself up on the horizontal bar for a couple of pull-ups while Kieran jumps down from a nearby wall.
The repair shop from before is still better.
Exactly. We can grab the owner and tie him up. Then we'll have the place to ourselves.
This is Lincoln City. Let's act a little more civilized. Just as I finish, an elderly man with snow-white hair walks toward us. He's humming and doing some stretches. One glance is all it takes. Seemingly stunned, he stares at Luke and Kieran. I quickly step in front of them and let out an awkward laugh. They are experts in the performing arts, and... The elderly man turns and runs away, his speed suiting someone who'd be half his age. Mephisto perches on the parallel bars in front of me. His head is held high as if he's mocking the situation. Well, everyone's here. Let's get started. We need to discuss the plan for Sylus' birthday. I'm talking about a real celebration.
Our plans are proper too.
Boss Man is always speechless. It touches his heart every time.
That's because he's dumbfounded. I showed him the notes on my phone. This is what I need. Luke and Kieran lean toward the screen. Mephisto flies over and perches on Luke's shoulder. I'm going to give him a cake and a handmade plushie this year. On the actual day, I need Mephisto to help me pick up the pre-recorded music. Then there's the motorcycle and 2 sets of riding gear. And, most importantly, I want a hologram that covers every street and building in the N109 zone. That's where you two come in.
I'll admit your creativity surpasses ours.
Boss Man will definitely like this.
Mephisto flutters his wings a few times. Does he have an official statement he'd like to make?
I'll translate. Are you gonna do some kind of demonstration in the N109 zone?
It's not hard to see the motive.
Don't worry though. We'll make sure your plan goes off without a hitch.
If you happen to discover bonus surprises, you don't need to thank us.
Is he expressing his approval this time? Luke and Kieran suddenly become alert.
No. He's saying...
Boss Man is here!
The twins vanish without a trace and quickly pretend to start jogging. It's not long before I spot Sylus sitting on the bench by the path.
Exercising in the park at 10 p.m. Your enthusiasm is admirable.
Is that a bad thing? A healthy body is essential for working well. What about you? You're also in the park. Shouldn't Onikanis be busy at this time?
That's precisely why I'm here. For some peace and quiet.
Finding a quiet place isn't difficult. Do you want to join me in experiencing the leisurely lifestyle of a retiree? I drag Sylus to the spot where I met with Luke and Kieran earlier and push him onto the double air walker. I take my place beside him and begin stepping on it. Have you ever wondered what you'd do once you retire?
Maybe I'll do morning strolls with a birdcage every day.
You don't even... Wait, you're not going to do that to Mephisto, right? Would he be okay with it?
Doing nonsensical things with you works too. Like right now.
What do you mean? Exercise is always important. Where you do it doesn't matter. When we are older and not as nimble anymore, airwalkers will be perfect for staying fit. As I speak, I stride slowly, my feet gently trace arcs in the air.
Assuming you're still fond of this sort of kitten paddling exercise, I'll do it with you.
Sylus' birthday is almost here. My plans are coming together nicely. I already mapped out the buildings that the hologram needs. I will add the necessary installations when I have time. But since Sylus has so many informants in the N109 zone, I need a legitimate reason to go there. The Hunter Association will be doing weapon repair assessments soon. I can use studying with Sylus as an excuse. Mephisto informs me that Sylus is currently busy. Now's my chance to set up the hologram. Hello? The last one has been installed. Please verify.
Position confirmed.
Congratulations on completing this part of the mission.
I have no time to celebrate. To avoid raising Sylus' suspicions, I rush back to his place. Cold light reflects off the armory's walls. As soon as I enter, my gaze is drawn to an unfamiliar gun by the entrance. Wearing a monocular lens that allows him to examine intricate structures, Sylus sits at the table. Various weapon parts lie scattered across its surface.
You're late?
I pick up a palm-sized gun and test its weight in my hand. Unexpected situations are bound to happen here. You should know that better than anyone else. And we agreed that you'd help me review gun maintenance today. I awkwardly changed the subject. Sylus looks my way without asking any more questions.
We'll start off with a demonstration.
He raises a gun and fires 2 shots at a distant target.
Did you notice anything?
You reassembled it. One of the springs is slightly out of sync, but it's not a major issue.
Why don't you try the one in your hand?
I raise the gun, aim, and fire 3 times. The compact size and extremely lightweight make its flaws difficult to detect. It's fine. If it has problems, you're better off just giving it to me.
Your thoughts are louder than the gunshots.
Sylus holds out his hand and I toss the gun back to him.
You're trying to swindle me out of my gun. We can't even say that it has wear and tear.
You're already mine, so is one gun really a big deal? Surely only Kindness's leader can part with it. I walk over and sit down beside Sylus. He cups my face and places another monocle over my eye. Each firearm has a unique design, but the basic structure remains fairly consistent. I disassemble the small gun. The chamber is slightly worn. I lower my head to put on gloves. A strand of my hair falls and it limits what I can see. Sylus tucks it behind my ear for me.
This is Kindness's latest lightweight armor-piercing weapon.
I guess my opinion is important.
You said you wanted to be this gun's future owner.
I use a brush to apply gun oil to the chamber. Sylus also puts on gloves and uses a brush to lubricate the other parts. Although it's just lubrication, every part needs to cooperate for the gun to function. They must exist in perfect harmony. When it comes to gun maintenance, we are good at working together. After reassembling the gun, Sylus stands behind me. He holds my hand that's gripping the weapon, and his other arm has wrapped itself around my body.
Aim and fire.
We pull the trigger at the same time. The bullet hits the bullseye and leaves a mark on the target. I didn't think it performed that well. I underestimated it.
Now you know.
Do you need a lot of experience to detect gun issues as accurately as you do? Sylus lets out a soft laugh, stands up and opens a tall cabinet. Countless disassembled gun parts lie inside. Sylus leans against the cabinet.
Don't worry. They're all yours.
Where did you get so many? I walk over to the cabinet and pick up 2 parts.
The first step to understanding a new weapon is taking it apart. And we're talking about Kindness, sweetie.
I'm surprised you know so much about how to repair weapons. I figured you just use new guns.
I modify the guns I regularly use. A weapon is an extension of your body.
I look into Sylus's eyes and tap his shoulder with the gun whose maintenance just ended. I'm about to take the gun you worked on and make it a part of me. Doesn't that show how much I trust you? I promised Luke and Kieran I'd test the hologram setup to make sure it works. It's almost time. I need to leave. I glance at my watch and clear my throat. Honing one's marksmanship takes time. We don't need to rush. Sylus raises an eyebrow.
I guess you have a more urgent matter.
I agree to do some association work after this. As you reach the door, I quickly move to stop Sylus. You don't need to see me off. This is good enough. My phone suddenly vibrates. Luke sent a message.
There's a gang causing trouble nearby. We need to deal with them, so the test has to be moved up.
When?
10.
Minutes?
9.
I don't have time. I have no choice but to place my motorcycle helmet over Sylus's head. It's small though, it doesn't fit Sylus. The helmet somewhat covers his eyes. Bewildered, he removes it just as the lights all over the entire area flicker several times. They are blinding. Sylus raises his hand to shield his eyes. Oh, the weather here is really terrible. Where did that lightning come from?
The weather has been unpredictable lately, and someone's behavior is equally unpredictable.
the person you're talking about sounds interesting. I grab my helmet and run toward my motorcycle. I'm leaving! See you later! I barely managed to hide everything.
Luke and Kieran said a lot of people asked about who was behind tonight's hologram. I'll let them say the mastermind was a talented hunter who frequently visits the N109 zone. That's a bit much. Well, we can say I did it, kitten. I'm usually humble, and this is my territory. It doesn't matter if I show off every now and then. You sound so happy. When you're done, remember to check the projector that recorded you making the plushie. Yes, I left a message I want you to hear. Did I copy your idea? Don't hold it against me. I wanted to do more than learn from you. I hope I can make you as happy as I am today. You said you wanted to accompany me with your voice as I walked alone, but you also have your fair share of lonesome moments. You're always the first to shield others from danger, and you try to solve every problem on your own. As one of the Hunters Association's outstanding members, you're used to doing everything by yourself. I figured you needed the same kind of gift. No matter where you are or what you're doing, you can hear my voice whenever you want. It'll remind you that someone will always be by your side whenever you need, as your shield and destination in the fabric of eternity. He will walk every path with you if you run into problems you can't solve. Don't forget to tell him it doesn't mean you're weak. Rather, I'm more than happy to help.
Our plans to celebrate Sylus's birthday ran into all sorts of unexpected obstacles. But thankfully, we managed to have a successful day. The hologram prepared for Sylus is still visible when Luke and Kieran inform me that the gift is ready. Even though plans A through F had their own issues, plan F is being carried out. Mr. Sylus, would you like to accompany me to receive your gift?
A gift that can only be claimed after surviving a battle. I'm looking forward to it. Lead the way.
The motorcycle heads toward the distant high-rise building. The illuminated signs on the building still shine brightly, but it's impossible to tell which part of Happy Birthday they belong to. Our destination this time is a building's rooftop. Warm-colored ground lights are nestled throughout the rooftops lawn. Surrounded by sheer curtains swaying in the breeze, a long table sits in the center of a wooden pavilion.
Your surprises are connected perfectly. There hasn't been a break.
Of course. Every minute of today belongs to your birthday. On the long table sits the cake I prepared for Sylus. I strike a match, light the candles, and hold up the cake. Doesn't it look like us riding the motorcycle earlier? I carefully designed it.
I recognized it as soon as I saw it.
But we will be eating it soon.
Don't be upset. The best way to preserve a memory is to relive it again. Do you want to join me for another ride at night?
The candlelight bathes Sylus's profile in a warm glow. Its reflection dances in his eyes and transforms his gaze into something extraordinarily gentle. Now your birthday gift is ready. I know I already heard your wish, but saying it again might increase the chances of it coming true.
Only making a wish to my birthday cake is a little bland. Where's my happy birthday performance? I'm waiting. I think it's time for me to blow out the candles.
It's time to reveal your gift. I have been imagining your reaction for a long time. While Sylus has a curious expression, I take out the box containing the plushie from under the sofa and open it. It This is an exclusive release. Here's a handmade plushie of Eine Kindness's boss man. I place the plushie in Sylus's hands. Go on, hold it up so I can see it.
I see you did a thorough analysis of my wardrobe.
Sylus pokes the plushie's face before holding it closer. It's as if he is comparing its features with his own. Well, is it a gift you never expected?
Its creativity exceeds the word unexpected. Why are you giving me a miniature version of myself?
For companionship, of course. I was also curious about what you'd look like as a plushie. I can't squish Sylus's face whenever I want, but I can squish the plushies. Sylus takes my wrist and presses my hand against his cheek. He nuzzles it.
You've been waiting for a while.
At first, I was worried I didn't do a good job, and sometimes I thought you wouldn't like it. But now, everything feels perfect.
I don't recall disliking anything you've given me.
Sylus tosses a coin-sized disc in his hand.
So, what is this? It was in the box.
I examine it for a while, but I don't recognize it. Then I accidentally press something. A projection appears. Should I go with this outfit or this one? Maybe I will try both. Oh, there's a loose thread here. I better cut it before I forget. The disc is actually a projector and it's showing footage of me making the plushie. When was this recorded? Embarrassed, I quickly cover Sylus's eyes with my hand as I attempt to turn off the device.
Why don't you let me see? I'm curious about the story behind this plushie.
It was probably Mephisto or Luke and Kieran. I'm sure those three are behind this. They recorded me looking flustered and clumsy.
What are you talking about? You weren't like that at all.
Sylus takes my hand, but instead of watching the projection like he said he would, he gently kisses my palm.
I think you were extremely cute. You went through the trouble of making these preparations only to be caught off guard like this.
It doesn't matter anymore. You're the only one who saw it. Your birthday probably isn't that important to you. But for me, this day belongs to you, so the effort I put into preparing for it is worthwhile. The lights haven't dimmed yet, and that happy birthday for Sylus still shines in the night sky.
They say when you spend enough time with someone, you change each other. I used to only rely on myself, so I never had anything to look forward to. But I've started to look forward to spending my birthdays with you now. You're the one who changed me.
Sylus turns to look at me, his face illuminated by flickering lights. The hologram is about to disappear. Sylus, did you hear my birthday message?
I think the entire N109 zone heard it.
It had to be spectacular. You don't deserve anything less. Sylus lowers his head and leans to me. He gently taps my nose and suddenly the lights all go out. The N109 zone returns to its normal state. It's as if the happy birthday was nothing more than a dream. Yet Sylus's presence beside me serves as a constant reminder that it was real.
The world finished saying happy birthday.
Sylus leans against the sofa and raises his arm. He's inviting me to rest beside him.
I want to sit quietly with you for a while. Sleep if you're tired. I'll make sure you return home safe and sound.